What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all having a great day. It's a freaking hot and humid day out here in Georgia, but we're getting a lot done. So today I actually had a meeting with someone who's got a pretty high performing drop shipping brand, and we had a discussion on why so many six-figure stores can't make it to seven figures and why it's rare for a seven-figure drop shipping brand to make it to eight figures. And ultimately it's the biggest downside to Shopify drop shipping. So let's go on and get back to the house and we'll talk about it. What's going on, guys? I'm Braden, Wuerch. I'm here to provide insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. Alright guys, so today I want to talk about the biggest downside to Shopify dropshipping. Now this is very specific to AliExpress dropshipping, or you're using a very similar method, because there are dropshipping methods that essentially won't have this massive downside. And this is something that's not talked about very often. I haven't talked about it barely any on my channel, and there's very few YouTube channels that even bring this up. And it's something that is so important. This is the reason why very few AliExpress dropshipping stores ever make it to seven figures, and it's incredibly rare for an AliExpress dropshipping store to make it to eight figures. It's for this reason alone. And this isn't what you guys might be thinking. It's not directly the shipping times. It's not the cheap Chinese products. It's something so much bigger. So today what I want to do is I want to actually cover why this is such a big problem for AliExpress dropshipping, why it's specific to AliExpress dropshipping. But then I want to talk about whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or been in the game for a while, how you can actually mitigate the problems that come out of this massive downside. But before you get into it, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'm here for you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. Alright guys, so the biggest downside to Shopify dropshipping with AliExpress is the lack or weakness of a backend. Now before you guys click off, I know that especially if you're a beginner, a lot of what you're caring about right now is the front end, because that's what I did in the beginning. In the beginning, I didn't worry about the back end because I was like, you know, it'll come. But this is something that you guys need to be preparing for and essentially taking actions from the very beginning, from day one, because it can be a problem even just a month down the road. And we're not going to talk specifically about email list or email list building or campaigns. We're not doing that today. We're talking about why this is such a big problem, but then how you can actually take actions today to go ahead and actually build more of a powerful backend. Now, successful e-commerce brands outside of AliExpress dropshipping, their main focus almost all the time is the backend. Yes, they're going to be doing front-end marketing, everything like that, but almost everybody knows that the backend is actually where all the money is. A lot of companies even take a loss. They'll go ahead and spend a ton of money to go ahead and acquire customers, acquire email lists, just so they have it on the back end, have their back end be a lot more powerful, because it ends up being so much more powerful than the front end. And the thing about a back end, what makes it so powerful and so important, is if you want to have any longevity at all, you need to have a back end. If you're just worrying about a front end, you will die out. It might take 6 months, it might take 2 years, it might take 5 years if you're lucky. But without a back end, your company will die. A powerful back end is how a company can go on for 10, 20, 30 plus years. And it's just the reason why you see so many AliExpress dropshipping stores, they have a pretty short lifespan. Now, the reason why dropshipping stores, AliExpress dropshipping stores, have such a problem with building a powerful backend is for somewhat of the obvious reasons. The biggest one being shipping times. Obviously, you know, competing with Amazon, competing with brands that essentially can ship and have the order within a week. This is a big problem, because what happens is once a customer goes ahead and orders a product, has to wait 10 to 21 days to get their order, they're not going to want to go ahead and purchase from that store again. This completely essentially removes recurring customers unless you guys go ahead and you really build out certain things, and that's what we're going to talk about later in this video. But shipping times is probably the biggest reason why it's so hard to build a powerful backend with an AliExpress dropshipping store. Now, other reasons is, you know, you could have cheap Chinese packaging, you could have cheap Chinese products, and both of these hand in hand together kill a backend. Because like I said with the shipping times, if a customer goes ahead and gets a package and now it's, you know, with, you know, cheap Chinese packaging, or it's with a cheap Chinese product, and they sense that and they feel that and they know that, they're not going to want to go ahead and order from you again. This is where e-commerce brands that are very successful in the long term with the back end, this is where they really do focus on quality and quality with everything. So now I want to get into how you can go ahead and mitigate these problems, mitigate at least the degree in which your back end suffers because of the problems that come from AliExpress dropshipping. And this is going to apply whether you're a beginner or you've been in the game for a while, whether you have a successful brand already, it doesn't matter. These are things you can go ahead and take actions on immediately, that you need to go ahead and take actions on immediately. So number one, a very big mistake that I see, especially a lot of beginners make, is the lack, or at least lack of, professional customer service. Now, with AliExpress dropshipping, you are going to have some customer service issues. It comes with the territory, with essentially having longer shipping times, shipping from China, essentially shipping all over the world. Now, in a second, we're going to talk about how to mitigate the problems themselves with the shipping times. But for right now, you need to go ahead and really focus on customer service. And this goes with every email, every Facebook message, every single communication you have with the customer. You need to leave that customer essentially feeling like they would want to shop from you again. You need to make them feel, if they come at you angry, you need to have them leave the conversation happy, or at least feeling relieved. And this is a big problem I see beginners make, and for a lot of beginners, it's not their fault. They just don't have experience with it yet. In the beginning, I thought I was great at customer service, but then figured out that I was decent, but I've learned so much from my virtual assistants that I have as customer service reps. I've learned so much from them. They end up doing so much better on the customer service side than I even did. But the big point is, if you want to have a powerful back end, you need to go ahead and have that great customer service. The thing is, with the back end, if you don't go ahead and really foster the back end in the beginning, that email list and your whole back end is dead. It's not going to be useful at all, because when you send out an email or anything like that, people are already going to have a bad taste in their mouth about your business, about your brand. They're not going to want to shop from you again. This is where it's so important, guys. Now, other big ways, obviously focus on the brand. Build a community, build a brand culture, build a culture that people want to go ahead and buy into. Now, this comes from customer service. This comes from everything from the very first time someone sees your ad, all the way through checkout, all the way through to getting their order. It's building out that good customer experience. Now, added things you can do is after a customer gets their order, you can go ahead, send them discounts for any recurring orders. You can go ahead, have them send in pictures of them using or wearing the product and give them a discount for that. You can go ahead and try to build more of a community around it. And this goes from everything with your social media profiles, but it's going ahead and taking the extra initiative, going the extra mile to really foster essentially that customer experience in the brand power. Now, the biggest way you can go ahead and mitigate the problem of having a weak backend because of AliExpress dropshipping is frankly moving away from AliExpress dropshipping and going into white labeling. Now, we've been talking about white labeling, private labeling a lot lately because it is so powerful. Now, not only are you going to go ahead and be able to control the shipping times, but if you white label, you control literally every step of the process. You now have inventory of that. Even if you've got it in a fulfillment center, now you're going to have fast shipping times. Now you can ship out of your own packaging. So already right there, those two things, you're already controlling the two huge reasons why backends are so weak for AliExpress dropshipping. But then you can go ahead and focus on everything, guys. You can do quality control of every single product. You can put handwritten notes or certain notes, bumper stickers, whatever, in with the packaging. You can go that extra step, go the extra mile to where this is how you secure your spot in your longevity. Because in order to have that longevity, you've got to have the back end. So the most powerful way is moving away from AliExpress dropshipping, going into white labeling, private labeling. Now, I know you guys, a lot of you guys can't do this from the very beginning because you're beginners and you're trying to essentially escape the 9-to-5, become an entrepreneur. So what you do is you go ahead, you kill it on the front end. You go with the Facebook ads, you go with the Instagram, influencers, Google AdWords, whatever. You go ahead and you get profitable really quickly. You find those decent and winning products. Then take your profits and go ahead and invest in actual inventory of white label product, private label product, whatever route you decide to go down. But now you control the process. Now technically you aren't AliExpress dropshipping. Now you actually are white labeling, and this is where you guys are going to be able to build a back end around it, and you still technically can be dropshipping. If you go ahead and you white label a product, ship it to your fulfillment center. You guys are still going to be drop shipping, so you're not going to have the problems of essentially you having to ship out everything like that. But your profit margin will be higher. But the biggest thing is you guys will have that powerful backend. Now, you guys can have somewhat okay or decent backends with AliExpress dropshipping. It is the biggest downside, but you know, I have AliExpress dropshipping stores that my email list and my backend is still, you know, powerful, still very, very, very profitable, but it's not near as powerful as it could be, and it's not near as powerful as other e-commerce brands that don't do dropshipping, or at least don't do AliExpress dropshipping. So, you know, definitely go ahead and go the extra mile with some of these things, especially customer service. That's the biggest one. Building out that brand culture and community, but focus on how you can go ahead and level up, go from AliExpress dropshipping to the next level. You know, the thing is, AliExpress dropshipping is amazing for an entrepreneur getting into the entrepreneurial game. But you shouldn't stay there. You should level up, go to the next level. And the great thing about it is it's going to teach you some amazing skills that will apply to e-commerce as a whole, but even outside of e-commerce. So definitely be thinking about how to level up if you're at that level already. And if you're not, if you're a beginner, think about how you can go ahead and build a powerful back end from the very beginning as you're focusing on also the front end. That way 6 months down the road, you guys aren't screwed with not having a back end at all. But I hope you guys found some value in this video. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'm here for you guys every day to help you grow your businesses to successful numbers. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.